Have you ever felt like there's more to life than what you're experiencing right now? Like you're capable of so much more, but something's holding you back? Well, you're not alone. Many of us feel this way, and today we're going to talk about something that can change your life forever. Affirmations for higher consciousness. These aren't just words, they're keys to unlock a whole new you, a you that's been waiting to come out and shine. Now you might be thinking, that sounds great, but what's the catch? Here's the thing, there is no catch. These affirmations are simple tools that anyone can use, and I'm going to show you exactly how. But here's why it matters so much. If you don't try these affirmations, you might miss out on reaching your full potential. You could go through life never knowing what you're truly capable of. But don't worry. I promise that by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to start this amazing journey. Let's start with the basics. What exactly are affirmations? Simply put, affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself. They're like little pep talks you give yourself throughout the day, but they're more than just nice words. They have the power to change how you think and feel about yourself and the world around you. Think about it this way. Have you ever had a really bad day where everything seemed to go wrong? Maybe you woke up late, spilled coffee on your shirt, and got stuck in traffic. On days like that, you might find yourself thinking, I'm having such a bad day, or nothing ever goes right for me. Those are affirmations too, but negative ones. They reinforce the idea that things are bad and likely to stay that way. Now imagine if instead you said to yourself, I can handle whatever comes my way today, or I choose to stay positive no matter what happens. That's the power of positive affirmations. They help you shift your mindset and approach challenges with a more optimistic outlook. Affirmations work because our brains are pretty amazing. They're always listening to what we tell them, and they believe what we say. If we constantly tell ourselves negative things, our brains will accept that as truth. But the same goes for positive statements. When we repeat positive affirmations, our brains start to believe them, and that belief can lead to real changes in our lives. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine you have a big presentation at work coming up. You're nervous and keep thinking, I'm going to mess this up. That's a negative affirmation, and it's likely to make you even more nervous and increase the chances of things going wrong. But what if you change that to a positive affirmation like, I am well prepared and confident in my abilities? Repeating this to yourself can help calm your nerves and boost your confidence, making it more likely that you'll do well in the presentation. This is just a small example, but it shows how affirmations can work in everyday life. They can help with all sorts of things, from building self-confidence and reducing stress, to improving relationships and achieving goals. And when we use affirmations specifically designed to raise our consciousness, the effects can be even more profound. Now that we understand what affirmations are, let's talk about this idea of higher consciousness. Don't worry if it sounds a bit mysterious. I'm going to break it down in a way that's easy to understand. Higher consciousness is really about expanding your awareness and understanding of yourself and the world around you. It's like upgrading the software of your mind to see things more clearly and from a broader perspective. When we talk about raising our consciousness, we're talking about becoming more aware, more present, and more in tune with ourselves and others. Think of it like this. Imagine you're looking at your life through a small window. You can see some things, but your view is limited. Higher consciousness is like stepping back and seeing your life through a big, wide window, or even better, from a mountaintop. Suddenly you can see so much more. You start to notice connections you didn't see before. You understand yourself and others better. You feel more connected to the world around you. Why is this important? Well, when we raise our consciousness, amazing things start to happen. We become more peaceful and less reactive to the little annoyances of daily life. We make better decisions because we can see the bigger picture. We become more compassionate towards others because we understand them better. We even start to tap into creativity and intuition we didn't know we had. But here's the really cool part. Higher consciousness isn't some far-off, mystical state that only monks on mountaintops can achieve. It's available to all of us, right here, right now. And one of the simplest and most effective ways to start raising your consciousness is through the use of specific affirmations. These affirmations for higher consciousness are like keys that unlock different parts of your mind and awareness. They help you shift your focus from the day-to-day worries and distractions to a broader, more meaningful perspective on life. They remind you of truths about yourself and the world that you might have forgotten or never realized. For example, when you're stuck in traffic and feeling frustrated, your consciousness is pretty low. You're focused on your annoyance and the delay. But what if you had an affirmation that helped you zoom out and see the bigger picture? Something like, "I'm connected to the flow of life and everything happens in perfect timing." Suddenly, you're not just a frustrated driver. You're part of something bigger, and even this delay has its place in the grand scheme of things. Or let's say you're feeling insecure about a decision you need to make. Your mind is going in circles and you don't know what to do. An affirmation for higher consciousness might be, "I trust my inner wisdom to guide me to the right choice." This shifts you from a place of doubt and confusion to one of trust and inner knowing. These are just small examples, but they show how affirmations can lift us out of our limited, everyday thinking into a higher state of awareness. And when we practice this regularly, it starts to become our natural way of being. We start to live from a place of higher consciousness, and that's when life really begins to transform. In the next sections, we're going to dive into 5 powerful affirmations specifically designed to unlock higher consciousness. These aren't just random positive statements. They're carefully chosen to help you tap into different aspects of higher awareness. We'll explore what each affirmation means, why it's powerful, and how you can use it in your daily life to start experiencing the benefits of higher consciousness. Remember, this isn't about becoming a different person or changing who you are at your core. It's about uncovering the amazing potential that's already within you. It's about seeing yourself and the world more clearly, with more compassion, wisdom, and understanding. And it all starts with the simple but profound practice of affirmations. So, are you ready to unlock your mind's hidden power? Let's dive into these life-changing affirmations and start your journey to higher consciousness. Let's start with our first powerful affirmation, "I am one with all that is." This might sound simple, but it's packed with deep meaning. When you say this affirmation, you're reminding yourself that you're not separate from the world around you. You're connected to everything and everyone. Think about it like this. Imagine a vast ocean. Now picture yourself as a wave in that ocean. You might feel like you're separate from the other waves, but in reality, you're all part of the same body of water. That's what this affirmation is all about. It's reminding you that even though you feel like an individual, you're part of something much bigger. Using this affirmation can change how you see yourself and the world. When you truly feel connected to everything, it becomes harder to feel lonely or isolated. You start to see that your actions affect others, and their actions affect you. This can lead to more compassion and understanding in your daily life. Here's a real-life example of how this affirmation can help. Let's say you're having an argument with someone. Normally, you might feel angry and see the other person as an enemy. But if you pause and repeat this affirmation, "I am one with all that is," it can remind you that you and this person are connected. You're both part of the same bigger picture. This can help you approach the argument with more patience and empathy, leading to better outcomes. Try using this affirmation when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Take a deep breath, say it to yourself, and imagine that you're connected to everything around you. You might be surprised at how calming and centering it can be. Our second affirmation is, "I trust the wisdom of the universe." This one is all about letting go of the need to control everything and trusting that things will work out as they should. Often we get caught up in trying to plan and control every aspect of our lives. We worry about the future and stress about things we can't change. This affirmation is like a gentle reminder to relax and trust in something bigger than ourselves. When you say, "I trust the wisdom of the universe," you're acknowledging that there might be a bigger plan or purpose that you can't always see. It's like being in a boat on a river. You can try to paddle against the current, which is tiring and difficult, or you can trust the flow of the river and let it guide you, using your energy to steer rather than fight against the water. Here's a personal story to illustrate this. A few years ago, I lost a job I really loved. At the time, it felt like the worst thing that could happen. I was stressed and worried about the future. But I started using this affirmation, reminding myself to trust in the wisdom of the universe. It helped me stay calm and open to new opportunities. And you know what? A few months later, I found an even better job that I might have missed if I'd stayed in my old position. Looking back, losing that job was actually a blessing in disguise. This affirmation can be especially helpful when you're facing uncertainty or disappointment. Instead of getting caught up in worry or regret, try repeating, "I trust the wisdom of the universe." It can help you stay open to unexpected opportunities and find peace even in challenging situations. Our third affirmation is, "I am constantly expanding my awareness." This one is all about growth and learning. It reminds us that we're always capable of seeing things in new ways and understanding more about ourselves and the world. Think of your awareness like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. When you say this affirmation, you're setting the intention to keep growing and learning. You're telling yourself that you're not stuck in one way of thinking or seeing the world. This affirmation can be really powerful when you're faced with challenges or new situations. Instead of feeling stuck or overwhelmed, it reminds you that you have the ability to adapt and grow. It's like telling yourself, "I might not understand this right now, but I'm capable of learning and expanding my perspective." Here's an example of how this affirmation can change your thinking. Let's say you meet someone with very different beliefs from your own. Your first reaction might be to disagree or argue, but if you remind yourself, "I am constantly expanding my awareness," it can open you up to listening and trying to understand their perspective. You might not end up agreeing with them, but you'll likely learn something new and broaden your understanding. This affirmation is also great for breaking out of old habits or patterns. Maybe you always react the same way when you're stressed, like getting angry or withdrawing. By affirming that you're expanding your awareness, you're reminding yourself that you can learn new ways of coping and responding. Try using this affirmation when you're starting something new, whether it's a job, a class, or even just reading about a topic you don't know much about. Say to yourself, "I am constantly expanding my awareness," and notice how it makes you feel more open and receptive to new information and experiences. Remember, expanding your awareness doesn't mean you have to change your core values or beliefs. It's about being open to new information and perspectives and allowing yourself to grow and evolve over time. This continuous expansion of awareness is a key part of raising your consciousness and seeing the world in new, more enlightened ways. Our fourth affirmation is, "I am a creator of my reality." This powerful statement reminds us that we have more control over our lives than we often realize. It's about recognizing that our thoughts, beliefs, and actions shape our experiences. When you say, "I am a creator of my reality," you're acknowledging your role in shaping your life. It's like being the artist of your own masterpiece. You're not just a passive observer of your life. You're actively involved in creating it. This affirmation connects deeply to the idea of higher consciousness because it encourages us to be more aware of our thoughts and choices. When we realize we're creating our reality, we start paying more attention to what we're putting out into the world. Here's an example of how this affirmation can work in everyday life. Let's say you often find yourself in conflicts with co-workers. You might think, "Why does this always happen to me?" But when you affirm that you're a creator of your reality, you start looking at your role in these situations. Maybe you're unintentionally coming across as aggressive, or perhaps you're not communicating your needs clearly. By recognizing your part in creating these situations, you can start to change them. Using this affirmation can be especially powerful when you're facing challenges or working towards goals. Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstances, you remind yourself that you have the power to influence your situation. It's not about controlling everything. We can't control other people or every external event, but we can control our responses and the actions we take. Try using this affirmation in the morning as you start your day. Say to yourself, "I am a creator of my reality," and think about how you want to shape your day. It can help you approach your experiences with more intention and awareness. Our final affirmation is I am love, I am light. This beautiful statement reminds us of our true essence and connects us to the highest aspects of ourselves and the universe. When you say I am love, you're affirming that at your core, you are a being of love. This doesn't mean you always feel loving or act lovingly. We all have our moments, but it reminds you that love is your true nature. It encourages you to approach yourself and others with more compassion and understanding. The second part, I am light, is about recognizing your inner brightness and wisdom. Light often symbolizes knowledge, purity, and spiritual awakening. By affirming that you are light, you're reminding yourself of your capacity for clarity, insight, and positive influence in the world. This affirmation is particularly powerful for raising your consciousness because it aligns you with some of the highest vibrations in the universe, love and light. It can help shift your perspective from everyday worries and conflicts to a more expansive spiritual outlook. Here's how you might use this affirmation in daily life. Let's say you're dealing with a difficult person. Your instinct might be to react with anger or frustration, but if you pause and remind yourself, I am love, I am light, it can help you respond from a place of compassion instead. You might find yourself better able to understand their perspective or to offer kindness even in a challenging situation. This affirmation is also wonderful for self-care. On days when you're feeling down or being hard on yourself, repeating I am love, I am light can be a gentle reminder of your inherent worth and beauty. It can help lift your mood and reconnect you with your higher self. Try using this affirmation during meditation or quiet moments. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say to yourself, I am love, I am light. Imagine these qualities filling your body and radiating out into the world around you. It can be a deeply peaceful and centering practice. We've explored 5 powerful affirmations that can help unlock higher consciousness. I am one with all that is. I trust the wisdom of the universe. I am constantly expanding my awareness. I am a creator of my reality. And I am love. I am light. Each of these affirmations opens a door to a broader, more enlightened way of seeing yourself and the world. Remember, using these affirmations isn't about forcing yourself to believe something that doesn't feel true. It's about gently reminding yourself of deeper truths that we often forget in the busyness of daily life. It's about shifting your focus from limited everyday thinking to a more expansive awareness. As you start using these affirmations, be patient with yourself. Higher consciousness isn't achieved overnight. It's a journey, and every step forward is valuable. Some days you might feel a profound shift, while other days it might seem like nothing is changing. That's all part of the process, and the key is consistency. Try incorporating these affirmations into your daily routine. You might want to say them in the morning when you wake up, write them in a journal, or repeat them during moments of stress. Find what works best for you. As you practice, you may start to notice subtle changes. You might find yourself reacting differently to challenges, feeling more connected to others, or experiencing a greater sense of peace and purpose. These are all signs that your consciousness is expanding. Remember, this journey is uniquely yours. There's no right or wrong way to experience higher consciousness. Trust your own process and be open to where it leads you. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of affirmations for higher consciousness. I hope these tools help you unlock new levels of awareness, peace, and connection in your life. Keep affirming, keep growing, and enjoy the beautiful journey of expanding your consciousness.